Fellas, so y'all ready? I'm about to tell you, when you go up to her, Tiffany, Veronica, finally she gives you a chance to talk to her, right? That might not never happen, but let's say you approach, worked out. When you go up to her, what she's gonna cap to you and tell you that this is true about when it's all a bunch of lies. Stop capping. So listen, fellas, when you meet a woman, there's a lot of stuff out here that they will never ever tell you. Now, let me just give you an example. This is something I never ever really talk about on my channel, but I don't know if this one's really true. This is why I'm giving you an example that's not really maybe too accurate. But maybe if she has kids, she might not tell you she has kids, right? So I'm going to kind of give you guys things along the lines of what women will not tell you until at least later on, or she'll never ever tell you until you find out on your own, okay? So let me just get started with where she lives or what type of home she has. So backtrack, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up right now, please. It helps me, thank you. But let me backtrack real quick. When we backtrack to how, she finally accepted you coming up to her, she's giving you a chance or whatever, you guys will get to a point of asking questions, or you're going to have the chance to ask a question. Here's the thing though, and this is how sometimes women can easily decide if they want you in her life or not, okay? So now, she might not want you in her life though if you give the wrong answers easily. So now this is the part where when you finally ask your question, could be the first, the second, however, it could be right away, right? It could be right after the how are you or what's your name type of thing. So when you go ahead and ask this question of where do you stay or what kind of place do you stay? And just remember, I might not be saying like the exact question right that they'll ask you. Everybody has their own way they talk or saying. So it's also, remember, like you have to carry your own charisma and personality. That's another thing, because it relates back to women having different experiences and remembering you. So just to give you a better idea is that you're going to have to, or you're going to ask her a question, but you're going to have to do it in your way. So like, as in like, what makes sense to you. Okay. Sorry. I hope that it's understandable. So backtrack. You ask her, where do you stay? Where do you live? A lot of times a woman's not going to truly tell you. And the sad truth of it is that it's not nowhere crazy. She could have a nice home. There is women out here that absolutely have their own money. They have their own bag. But the sad truth of it is that it's not that it matters really, right? So it's like the times where a woman, and y'all know women love to be independent. Women love to, say that I have my own money type of thing. So those times where you ask her, she wants to tell you I have that nice thing. It's also an ego thing. Although you guys can take care of her, have a house, she lives with you, and you're the man, obviously, you're the one that is the breadwinner, she still, now in the modern day, she still wants the title of an independent woman, or she still wants to be recognized as a woman that has her own money. So when we backtrack, you ask her where she lives, where does she stay? And I'm not even talking about what do you do, but backtrack, you ask her that. She's gonna cap to you. She's gonna cap to you, or if she really does have it, like I said, like if she has money, then there's no need to really cap. But majority rules, a lot of these girls out here don't have money like you really think. And if they do, they're depending so much on men where, okay, well, they can't keep up or maintain, or they only expect maintenance from a man. So backtrack though, when you ask her, she will add, or she'll cap, or she'll tell you this to make herself look good. Right? So that's just something a lot of women will out here be like, okay, well, I live in this, or, it's just this. They'll kind of like beat around the bush. And the last truth of it is that they just maybe live at home with their parents, or maybe they live with a few people. Maybe they have roommates. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying the whole idea is that, okay, well, I want to make sure that I look good too, or that I'm this, or I could get this place. And so the last thing just understand is that she will still say things such as, well, I'm going to be moving in 2 months into a condo or something like that. She will maybe say things like that to make herself still look good, but it's a lot of cap. It's a lot of like, okay, well, I might be moving into a condo in 6 months, but I'm going to be moving with that man that's cashing me out type of thing for her. So you got to understand that it's all about Okay, well, I'm going to just tell you this. I'm going to tell you that. So you can understand that, well, this is all you get from me. Now, y'all got to get that some women don't care. Like, if you represent yourself as who you are, right? You know, if you guys talk to her and she's serious about you, she's going to have you maybe pick her up. Or you're going to have to know where she lives. So that part doesn't really matter. And some girls, when they do have money, they don't also sometimes care to tell you the cap. So that's where you guys got to read between the lines. Maybe she does got her own money and she really does have her own place. However, some women just feel more comfortable not really telling you right away. Okay, so that's just one thing you got to look out for. The next thing is that she will cap to you, and this is about what she really does. Unfortunately, the options are just endless with women, like with what they could do to make money nowadays. Obviously, back in the olden days or whatever, it wasn't the same. But not only that, like, women not only can do jobs that men can do, but they have like endless options where, you know, sex sells. And that's just the truth of it. If women are known and they matter a lot for just their image, guess what? That's going to be what's selling out here. So reality is, for a lot of these women, okay, I make my money off of my looks, but my pockets don't run just off of my money. And sometimes, a lot of times, it could be from another man helping her, or completely a man. But she's just doing her thing here and there, so she's just going to cap to you about what's really going on, but not really going on. So it's always just to gas yourself up. It's always just to make herself look a little bit better to you. And also to make you think that, like, maybe she does have other things to offer. Ambition, going hard. Maybe she wants to show you, like, she could be the girl of your dreams. And you guys gotta understand, once you have money and status, right, you are dealing with all different types of women all the time. And of course, have your emotion in control. Be emotionally stable, I mean to say, right? Make sure you're not a weak man. Backtrack though. When you become this guy that has the money and status, and you know the game, you've been in the game, you're dealing with all types of women. So the cap and all this type of stuff that you deal with, you know, you're going to need a real woman, or you want this type of woman, or, you know, you're just tired of the same thing. So, however, if it's just she's good for her kitty, or let's say she wants to be more known than just for her kitty, her looks, then she's going to want to have you think that she does or has this else to offer. So it's a matter of, this is what else I'm bringing to the table. Like, it's a matter of, I don't just do this, but I do this, but it's all cap. Okay, so it's really, for you fellas, y'all put in work, y'all look good, but you guys will maybe eventually want a girl that her personality is just bomb. Like, maybe you just want her to have a great sense of humor. I don't know, quirky, weird, kinky type of thing. Maybe that's what you're looking for in a woman besides just the looks. And so for her, knowing that, or for her understanding that in general, she can now customize herself to you. And so that's where the capping comes. That's where women will tell or do things certain ways for certain guys. And that's where certain guys can get way more from a woman way quicker than other guys. So it's not really, you cannot be the problem anymore. It's not really that. Like, it's not about you. Like, it's just about open the doors for yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to find the words, but open the door for yourselves to make yourself have women have to try to impress you and maybe lie to you, but also maybe do things really clear, or maybe actually spend money on you. You know, that actually happens here and there type of thing. So let me just backtrack to have you understand that, okay, she's capping, but she caps more to the guys that she doesn't really care for. So, you know, some of the things is going to still, like I said, relate back to, okay, well, I make this much, or I could do this. If, let's say you're an alpha guy, you look rich, you look expensive, I'm telling you off the bat, her mood is, okay, well, I have money too. She could be the brokest of the broke of the bunches of the bunch. But because she sees you, you see her, you like what you see, you come up to her, you get to the questions. For her, well, the last check I got was about 2 weeks ago and didn't even pay my rent. For her, it's like that. But boom, when you come in front of her, it could be like, you know how much money I have and how much guys are ready to spend all their money on me. So, you know, that's the vibe, right? But sometimes with a guy that she maybe doesn't even care to impress, she might not even be thinking, and she might just say, well, I work here. And it could be something that, obviously, nothing wrong with 9 to 5, but it could be maybe a 9 to 5, and she could be the girl that's saying that I need a 6 to 8 figure type of guy. You get what I mean? So it's going to be like, well, okay, you're going to tell the 6 and 8 figure guy that you do not do that, and you have more money, but the same, you don't really care. You don't really need to impress them. You don't really have to cap or lie. So it happens like that a lot of times, and some fellas don't get that women do lie, and they do care to have money. Like, as much as they will brag about, oh, you know what, I could have this man spend money, or all these guys will spend money, the reality of it is that she might have her bag. But first of all, she's only going to get with the guy that most likely has a bigger bag or really has a bag. And so it's kind of like keeping up with that. I don't know why sometimes women do it, but like, hey, it happens a lot where, you know, independence. I have my own money. I could take care of myself. It's a lot of pride and ego type of stuff again, but you know, the whole feminist movement type of thing. It's really down to I could, don't need you. You're not a leader. I could lead. Why would you? I come first. Like, it's a whole lot of that. And it's a whole lot of, it doesn't have to be like that, but you know, she's just gonna have to lie to you. So I'll lastly just wrap up to say, because we're already 11 minutes in almost, I'll say this: there's a lot of cap. I told you the kid story, not kid story, like some women, maybe they don't tell you up front. Maybe you guys have some experiences, but they don't tell you up front that they have a kid or have kids. But other lies is gonna be things to just make herself look good. This is how I want to close off the video. I could talk about a woman, and I've talked about this one before, but I could talk about a woman, her appearance. She can lie about how she really appears. She can lie about things that she's done. She can lie about so many different little things, like the guys, the homies, who she really talked to. That I will really save for another video, but you know, this is kind of an introduction. I just need you guys to understand that you can start catching women in a lot of the lies that they're telling you by just asking them again, asking them, oh, well, oh, for real? How long? Questions that's going to make them stumble. And then also, the better you look, the more richer you are, your physical appearance matters still. It looks good. The more of that, the more she's going to be in this nervous state. Or this more so like, well, I got to lie. I got to say something to cover up. And it's really a cover up. That's what it is. But y'all got to get that a lot of women are actually insecure, and they're also driven by their ego. So unfortunately, just because of that, it's already like, okay, I'll tell you anything I want to tell you. Doesn't matter, because I still look good as heck. And I can lie about whatever. And I can still have this guy and that guy and that guy and this guy. And all these guys pay, do. You get the vibe? So the lies are going to come. There's a lot of lies, you know, but there's little lies that you can catch. There's bigger lies as well, but you can catch her. Make sure you ask her questions as well, more than once, especially if you speak to her, or you guys, you know, like speak to her on a regular. But also, like, just bring things back up to see if she's really capping about things, if she's really lying. You'll really be shocked at, why did she really lie about that? But women have to do what they got to do to get by. And last thing I'll just say, these little lies, they could be lies you've never heard before. So, you know, you can call her out on things, or just be like, what the heck? That doesn't make sense. Or also, don't entertain it. Okay? So I'm going to leave this video at this. You know, I wanted it to be basically introduction again into lies, and like all the little things that I just named, starting from, oh, you know, the guys that she talked to, the guys that she done things with and doesn't want to tell you how many guys, all these stuff. I'll save that for another video. Let me know. Go ahead, like this video, give this video a big thumbs up. And fellas, last thing, please go ahead and check out my website. Have a whole lot of other stuff, not just t-shirts, not just consultations. There's literally so many other things that I have to offer on there. Also promo and editing and all types of things. Okay, so check it out. Make sure you check out my Patreon. Lastly, there's a whole lot of videos on there that will never be on here, and more dropping on there. Okay, so if you haven't given this video a big thumbs up, go ahead and do that right now. And y'all will see me in my next video. Bye, guys.